So on another spot on the same U.S. Department of Agriculture, you see it here, Food and Nutrition Services, it says SNAP work requirements. Oh, now wait a damn minute. There are SNAP work requirements? Who knew? Who knew? Right? So it says, while SNAP is intended to ensure no one in our land of plenty should fear going hungry, its rules also reflect the importance of work and responsibility. Did you hear that, ghost listeners? Its rules also reflect the importance of work and responsibility. Responsibility would mean, in my opinion, if you can't feed 4, you're probably going to have trouble feeding 5. You're probably going to have trouble feeding 6. You're probably going to have trouble feeding 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12. All right, let me stop. SNAP has 2 sets of work requirements. If you are age 16 to 59, that is a long gap, y'all. You will probably, it says probably, need to meet the general work requirements to get SNAP benefits. The general work requirements include registering for work, participating in SNAP employment and training, or workfare if assigned by your state SNAP agency, taking a suitable job if offered, and not voluntarily quitting a job or reducing your work hours below 30 hours a week without a good reason. Now, why they got to put that in there? Because that's what they be doing. And as a person who doled out the benefits, I know that for a fact. Shout out to Tahir Lau for the 20. I appreciate you, hun. Thank you for being here. He said they rolling back all government benefits while we rolling back to y'all are a mess. That's why I love y'all. While we rolling back to do Kendra Cam. Shout out to Kendra G with the lady with the rolling back to do the Kendra Cam, and then she got mad. That's hilarious. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. That is effing hilarious. But it's true, right? They are definitely rolling back, right? Right? But so there's work requirements. Anybody know anyone who gets food stamps? If you know someone that's getting food stamps, type 1. Because listen, let me go ahead and put a 1 up in here, okay? Because I don't know that there's necessarily all this work requirement going on as what it says here on this daggone agriculture site, right? When is the work getting done? It says you are excused. Let's not miss this part. You are excused from the general work requirement. So right here it says, all right, you got to work. You got to work. You got to work. Then it says, this is how you get out of working. All right. Already working at least 30 hours a week or earning wages at least equal to the federal minimum wage multiplied by 30 hours, child. I'm not doing no math. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay. So you only have to work 30 hours. Meeting work requirements for another program, TANF or unemployment compensation. So if you get unemployment, you don't have to work. Or if you get welfare, it sounds like you don't have to work. Taking care of a child under 6 or an incapacitated person. So if you're taking care of a child under 6, y'all, you don't have to work. How convenient. Unable to work due to a physical or mental limitation. So ADHD, if I'm not mistaken, allegedly, I do not know, may count. All right. If they say your kid is got a problem and they need some Ritalin or something like that, that's what it used to be many, many moons ago. And you get so SSI or SSDI or whatever you get, then that means it sounds like allegedly you don't have to work. Unable to work due to, okay, we said that. Participating regularly in an alcohol or drug treatment program. So if you got a problem with drugs or alcohol and you in 12 steps or whatever it is, you don't have to work. Okay. Studying in school or a training program at least half time. But college students are subject to other eligibility rules. So in other words, you can go ahead and you can do CNA and I don't know what else there is, child. Whatever it is that you do, them little programs. And if you keep doing that and doing that, you don't have to work. So you kind of got ways to get out of having to work, right? So then you be getting the benefits, the food stamps. I'm only talking about food stamps right now, right? But the biggest one that stands out to me is if you have children under the age of 6. I could be wrong, but that may be the reason why some people keep having kids. Oh, so, hey, we got some ones, okay? Shout out to Wouldn't You Like to Know for the 5. Appreciate you. He said they have to work. That's crazy talk. They clearly don't. And we just saw that they don't. They don't. So that lady can get out here that was just walking down the street and carry on and whine and protest and whatever she doing. And she got a baby under a child under 6. She probably got a couple of them, and she don't have to work because she got kids under 6. So they sit up here and tell you what you got to do and then make an excuse for why you don't have to do what they said you got to do to begin with. That's how I'm reading it. Maybe it's just me. It's a setup. It's a setup. So anybody that knows someone that has food stamps, do they sell them? Because I've been seeing a lot of comments. If you know someone that has food stamps and they sell them, hit me with a 2 this time. Let me go ahead and 2 it up. Okay. Now listen, I'm not saying I've ever bought any food stamps, and I ain't saying that I haven't. But I prefer those little booklets from yesteryear. Shout out to me. Way back when you had a book and they were brown and green and yellow, blue colored, all that type stuff, right? And then that's where you would just get your allegedly food stamps. You pay half for whatever you bought. You wanted 100, you gave them 50. You wanted 200, you gave them 100. A lot of people do that. And it looks like a lot of y'all know some of the same people. Okay. And honestly, I'm thinking maybe that's one of the problems, like you all said as well. Can't sell all that off, so you can go get your spiders makeup and weave. Allegedly, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm stereotyping for sure. Mm, mm. I'm just saying. So now it says the able-bodied adult without dependents, ABOD, work requirement and time limit. So if you that would be probably men for the most part, right? If you're age 18 to 49, able to work and don't have any dependents, you might need to meet both the general work requirements and an additional work requirement for ABODs to get to get SNAP for more than 3 months in 3 years. Wow. So y'all can get 3 months in 3 years after you go through everything that you go through. Okay. So you might need to meet both the general work requirement and an additional work requirement for ABODs to get SNAP for more than 3 months. Mm, mm, mm. You can meet the ABOD work requirement by doing any one of these things, right? Work at least 80 hours a month. Work can be work can be for pay, for goods or services, for something other than money, unpaid, or as a volunteer. So you can just be a volunteer. Okay. Participate in a work program at least 80 hours a month. A work program could be SNAP, employment and training. Participate in a combination of work and work program hours for a total of at least 80 hours a month. Okay, 80 is the magic number here. Participate in work fare for the number of hours assigned to you each month. The number of hours will depend on the amount of your SNAP benefit. Okay. Normal men, listen, I'm saying it. I hate when people say real men, but I'm going to say it. Normal men will probably not be doing this because you're going to be hanging out with a bunch of women. The odds are you're going to be in places and spaces where there's a bunch of women who are on assistance and trying to keep their benefits. So they're down there doing, whatever it is that they got to do. Know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that you won't have a lot of men doing this. It says you're excused from the ABOD work requirement and time limit if you are any of these things: unable to work due to a physical or mental limitation, pregnant. Shout out to any of the men that's pregnant. I'm not getting into that. It's a whole nother stream. Have someone under 18 in your SNAP household, excused from the general work requirements based on the above. So in other words, y'all men better get out there and get to work, because you ain't getting nothing but 3 months if you get that much. But I did not know that there was a work requirement. However, you get out of it if you have a kid under the age of 6.